Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
That's unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just...
Live TV debates are often full of tension, but the one between Sunny Hostin and Tomi Lahren was something else. It started off as a discussion about immigration policies, but quickly became a personal exchange. Hostin decided to bring up Lahren's family history in an attempt to challenge her stance on immigration. However, what happened next took everyone by surprise, including Hostin herself. The situation began when Hostin made a comment about Lahren's ancestors, trying to show that their immigration story didn't fit with Lahren's current views on the subject. She seemed to want to call Lahren a hypocrite, but Lahren wasn't backing down. She responded quickly, defending herself with confidence and clarity. Lahren began by saying, "Over the weekend, someone decided to dig into my family history, hoping to catch me in a gotcha moment for supporting merit-based immigration policies. What they found was that my ancestors came here legally in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, and spoke Norwegian and German. That's it." The audience, likely expecting her to stumble, saw Lahren take control of the situation. She continued, "The point this person tried to make didn't work. My family..."
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all
That's a
agree on
given.
that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the First Lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the First Lady. She's destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't want anything
She
to
doesn't
do with
care
him.
about that.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
If you average out the View hosts, among the dumbest people on television. And it's like they say the thing that people are thinking, but they say it very directly, so they expose whatever truth.
But Whoopi is certainly not the brightest person. And what she just said just doesn't make any sense. It's just like so silly to say. It's
followed the rules, just like I believe people should today. Supporting merit-based immigration doesn't contradict that. If anything, it proves my point. But Lahren didn't stop there. She threw in a subtle jab saying, "I'm still waiting for someone to dig into Elizabeth Warren's so-called ancestry next." This comment caused a stir, and Hostin looked visibly uncomfortable. The conversation then shifted to the broader issue of immigration policies. Lahren made it clear where she stood, saying, "We're not against immigration. We're against breaking the law to achieve it. There's a proper way to enter this country. Sign."
Because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View.
And I
look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
In the guest book, prove your credentials and follow the rules. It's not about hate or exclusion, it's about respecting the system. Even some of the co-hosts on The View couldn't ignore how well Lahren was holding her ground. But the discussion didn't end there. Another host tried to argue that immigration today isn't so different from the 1800s, challenging Lahren's views. Lahren wasn't shaken. "Let's not compare 2 completely different eras," she said firmly.
It is the show that people love to hate.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
They get so much hate watching viral clips of them saying ridiculous things. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a rabies and.
In the 1800s, immigrants came here legally, worked hard without expecting handouts, and built their lives. What we're dealing with today is a border crisis involving illegal crossings, potential security threats, and abuse of the system. It's not the same. Pretending it is only makes the problem worse. As the conversation went on, the topic of DNA testing came up. One of the hosts wondered how Lahren's family history had been so thoroughly researched. Lahren responded with a quick-witted reply that lightened the mood. "I don't even need to sign up for 23andMe, she joked. Apparently, Sunny Hostin already did all the research.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of a way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
How you doing? We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They were talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this. Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just...
Her humor made the audience laugh, and even the other hosts watching seemed to appreciate the moment. Despite the tension, Lahren managed to keep control of the discussion and refused to let it stray from her main points. Then, in a final moment that really set the debate apart, Lahren turned her attention to The View itself, criticizing the show's credibility. You know, she began, "I watch this show, and I can't help but notice how often you stray into misinformation and personal attacks. If you spent even half as much time discussing real solutions as you do trying to discredit people like me, maybe this country could actually move forward." This comment was a clear mic drop moment. The host seemed caught off guard and struggled to respond. The audience was buzzing with reactions. Laren's performance showed her ability to stay calm under pressure and use facts and composure to make her case. The debate ended up being more than just a clash of opinions on immigration. It highlighted how unpredictable live television debates can be. These discussions often blur the lines between meaningful conversations and personal attacks, and this exchange was a perfect example of that. Hostin's decision to bring up Lahren's ancestry seemed like an attempt to discredit her. But instead of undermining Lahren, it backfired and gave her a chance to strengthen her position. Rather than being caught off guard, Lahren used that moment to defend her stance and reinforce her argument.
Allegedly, he was cheating while Melania was pregnant.
That's not going to come in front of the jury, though. The judge has ruled that will come up.
We're on television now. And then after Melania gave birth to the baby, he found Stormy to strip around with, right?
Yeah.
It's like people should look at him and say, you know, what kind of an insecure jerk are you? You know what I mean? It's like, oh, my wife's pregnant. I'm not attracted to her big belly or something. And now she's paying attention to the baby and not me.
Responding to the ancestry comment calmly and clearly, Lahren showed that personal attacks like these don't always work. She quickly shifted the focus back to the issue of legal immigration and the need to respect the system. This moment revealed not only the differences in their political views, but also the challenge of maintaining a respectful and productive dialogue in high-pressure, televised environments. It showed how personal attacks can derail serious discussions, but also how composure and preparation can turn even an unexpected jab into an opportunity to make a stronger point. For the viewers, this exchange served as a reminder of how debates can quickly shift from a policy discussion to personal confrontations. It also sparked a larger conversation about immigration in the United States, a topic that remains deeply divisive. Some may have agreed with Lahren's emphasis on following legal processes, while others may have found Hostin's argument that policies should evolve more compelling. This debate will likely be remembered as one of the most intense exchanges in live TV debate history. It not only showcased the clashing viewpoints on immigration, but also highlighted the importance of being prepared and composed when facing criticism. What do you think about this debate? Do you agree with Tomi Lahren's views on immigration? Or do you feel Sunny Hostin's points are more persuasive? This conversation is far from over, and it's clear that debates like this will continue to shape public